Hi, this is Priyanka Chopra and you're watching Channel Y.
The biggest South Asian media group, Y Media.
Y Media Group, established in 2001, is a media company with a 360-degree approach in reaching our audience over 5 platforms: television, radio, newspaper, online news portal, and mobile app.
Y Media has newspaper, midweek, radio, South Asian pop.
Hi, I'm Amitabh Bachchan, and you're listening to South Asian Pulse.
Hi, this is Amir Khan, and you're listening to South Asian Pulse.
अब हर दिन सुने GTA का नंबर 1 रेडियो स्टेशन FM 91.9
All English 24/7 television network and Y Media Plus.
You are watching Channel Y. Channel Y.
Prime Minister, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be back.
Online, SouthAsianDaily.com. The biggest South Asian media group, Y Media.
Hello everyone, my name is Jadoo Jaswal. I'm the group editor at Y Media. And as much as we always see there are so many challenges that our society is facing, but there are few donors as well, there are few brilliant minds as well, there are few kind minds as well, great souls as well, who would definitely want to do something for the society. And today we have a very, very special guest, the president of Pizzanova, Dominic Primucci. Dominic, a very warm welcome on Y Media. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. Thank you for having me here this morning. I really appreciate the time.
You are very welcome. Dominic, you know what, we keep on delivering the news, and there are so many numbers that we read. And I've been discussing this for many years, that in Ontario, in Canada, we are one of the G7 nations, but still, yes, when we read the numbers, that few of our kids, they're going hungry. We're not talking about big fancy brand name toys. We're talking about food, nutrition here, and this is the future of our country. I must thank you that you've done a great initiative as far as providing nutrition to them. Let's talk about that, and there are a few other initiatives that Pizzanova does, and we'll talk about that as well, Dominic, later on. But I want to start with that, and thank you for doing all that. For our viewers' benefit, can you explain that?
Yeah, thank you very much for mentioning that. What we do is we have a Coins for Breakfast program in our stores. So when you go into our stores and you buy a slice of pizza or whatever case you may want to buy, if there's any loose change that you have or dollars, you can put it in the coin box. And what we do, we collect this from all our locations and we give back to the organization. It's called Student Nutrition of Ontario. And what we really set out to do is to give back to kids that go to school hungry. You know, and I say that, and people are like, what do you mean go hungry? I mean, we take that for granted, but you know, the numbers are astounding that there's 1 million kids today in all of Ontario that go to school hungry. You know, we need to put fuel in our cars. We need to put fuel in our bodies, and our fuel in our bodies is food and nutrition and a nutritious breakfast. And so when kids go to school and they go hungry, they don't learn as good as somebody that maybe have fueled themselves, because you need the fuel to get everything active and going and moving. And if these kids are so amazing that, you know, they're very appreciative of what they get, because they're getting something nutritious, they're feeding their body, and then they can go to class with an open mind, learn, absorb, and you know what? Maybe in the future they become contributors to our society, or whatever they want to be, really. Because if you don't give them that fuel, they're going to be held back a bit.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that one. And how easy it is. How easy it is. You know, we should always find ways to piggyback on something which is already organized, the structure is in place. Whenever you are visiting next time the Piazza Nova location, we all have change in our pockets, and at least from my perspective, I am not going to look for any change. We always have some dollar bills as well.
Yes.
So even if it's a change, that's fine, but if we have some dollar bills, let's start putting this money, and let's piggyback on the initiative by Piazza Nova. And there are separate boxes for this on every location, and this is ongoing?
Yes, this is an ongoing project that we've been doing for quite some time now, a few years. It's every location has a separate box. It's called Coins for Breakfast. We collect it every so often, and we collect the dollars and then donate back to student nutrition. This last month we were out in Waterloo. We presented a check for just under $42,000, and from the entire campaign that we're doing for the last few years, we've raised close to $225,000 for these kids.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. And here, as a group editor for Y Media, I want to say this, that we're always looking for great initiatives in the community. In the last 22 years, you've been a great support. We've raised so many dollars for different projects, but this is one project that we'll definitely want to support. We'll take, the initiative is already there, and we're going to piggyback on the initiative by Dominic, his team at Piazza Nova. So it's very simple. They already have boxes set aside, coins for breakfast. So whenever you are at any Piazza Nova location, just put some coins on the side. And we will be making sure that, yes, this dollar value goes up and up every year, and that number 1 million, ideally speaking, it should be zero. We do not want even a single kid which is going to the school. This is the future that we are talking. Our kids, if we are not able to provide them nutritious food, what else are we talking about future? So at least this is the minimum that we should be doing. So let's join hand with Dominic, his team, Piazza Nova, and Coins for Breakfast. Let's do this. Dominic, anything else you want to add before I go to the next topic?
No, I think, thank you very much for bringing that up this morning, and because I think it's very important initiative to help us help the kids. And how else can you help kids is by supplying some nutritious meals for them.
All right. And I know your organization does a lot of other projects as well. So you're partnering too. Now you've set up a partnership with Sick Kids as well.
Yes.
So where are these funds going as far as the Sick Kids is concerned?
Well, Sick Kids Foundation, we've just partnered with this year. If you go to our store, go online, we can buy an ornament. We have a Vespa, a little motorcycle Vespa ornament that is very traditional to our Italian roots, if you will. And so every sale of the Vespa, or there's proceeds that will go back to Sick Kids Foundation.
Okay. You said that's very interesting with the Italian culture, but Vespa, I drove Vespa when
yes, of course you did. Yeah.
Yes, when I was in India, Vespa is a very much an integral part of the Indian and the South Asian community as well.
Yes.
And before I got my Enfield or Bullet, that's a bike, but the scooter that I drove during my engineering college and my school time, there was Vespa. So it's very much an integral part of our culture as well. But I think the more important thing that we're talking is that you're Sick Kids here, and you've done a partnership with them. So when you're doing a partnership with them, is Piazza Nova also contributing something from your side?
Yeah, we're trying to raise dollars. As you know, Sick Kids is raising dollars for the infrastructure. They want to rebuild the hospital, and continue their programs they have for children. And I think a lot of us, I'm not going to say everybody, but I think a lot of people have been touched somewhere along the line with Sick Kids, whether it's your own child, whether it's somebody else, a friend's child or a family's child that had to be go to Sick Kids for medical attention. And they are just an unbelievable, wonderful hospital, wonderful people that really put their heart into these kids. Because again, kids are our future, and we need them to have nutrition, as we just talked about, and in case when they do get sick, we need to give them the best medical care possible. So why not contribute to one of our best hospitals for kids in this country, in North America, from what we know, and why not everybody help contribute? And everybody loves ornaments for their trees, and this little Vespa ornament, it's kind of a people love Vespas. I mean, the motorcycles is one thing, but people kind of love Vespas because I think there's been more people touched by a Vespa, like yourself.
Yeah.
That you're back home, you know, that's a scooter. It's much more something that we like because we've seen it as a child. And again, it goes back to the love. Right? If you see in the Italian culture, or you see in the, I should say, the advertisings and stuff like that, or the movies, it's always a man and a woman on a bike. It's kind of a dolce vita, as they call it in Italy. So this brings back that little bit of love affair to that as well.
Yes. So why did you choose Sick Kids? What was the reason specifically for choosing? I know you do a lot of other charitable stuff as well from Pizza Nova, but Dominic, why specifically Sick Kids?
Well, I think why we pick Sick Kids, first and foremost, community is part of our core values at Pizza Nova. So we do a lot of work in the community. We always want to give back because the community has given us so much for over so many years. I mean, we're 59 years young, our company this year. We're going to turn 60 pretty soon.
Wow.
So community has always been a part of us. And it's always, yes, we got to help as many people as we can. But kids are always something that we feel we need to give because they're the future. If we can't contribute to kids and help kids, they may not have a future, and that's not right. So why Sick Kids? We do, like I said, we did student nutrition, we do Variety Village, and we chose Sick Kids because they do a wonderful job as well and needed to give back because they need to build new better facilities for their programs for their children.
All right, before I let you go, two last questions. One is that just take us through the process, how we can get involved with this Sick Kids initiative.
Yeah, so you know what? You come into our store, buy a pizza, these will be there for sale, or you can order online on our web or by phone. And just say, you know what, please add a Vespa ornament to my order.
Okay.
And get this delivered with your pizza. And thank you for helping us throughout this time.
Right. So can I see one of those?
Sure.
So whenever you're going to order a pizza at Pizza Nova, just add this Vespa. I'm definitely going to do that, and I'm going to have my own. This is Dominic's.
No, that's for you.
Okay, thank you. But I want to definitely order this one. This is a nice ornament, and I'm sure this will go a long way. So now, once we order this Vespa, so how does the money travel? So money goes to
we'll collect all the dollars, and then in the new year, once Christmas season is over,
right,
we'll present a check in the amount of the proceeds that we were able to raise through this month.
Through this month.
Yeah.
And how many locations do you have here?
We have over 150 locations, actual stores, like traditional stores, we got about 144, and then we have some non-traditional stores that takes us over the 150 mark.
150 mark. So any of these locations, you can go there and buy this Vespa. You can also order this online as well. And also, don't forget, there's another ongoing thing as well, which we discussed earlier as well. So there's a separate box, coins for breakfast. That's for kids as well. Dominic, great meeting you, great values as well, and great culture. One of the things that I keep on reading and the different, in the Forbes magazine, there was a great article. What is the most important thing that most of the CEOs are making sure in their organizations, whether at the Silicon Valley, in Chicago, New York, or in London, or in Europe? So they say one thing which is very critical is the culture that the CEOs are doing that. And I think great values, great culture that you are really inspiring. Anything else, Dominic, before I let you go?
No, that's first and foremost, thank you for having us, having myself on this show today. I think it's help spread the word, right? And onto your little study that you said about CEOs. I think more and more CEOs and more companies should think about the community and give back a little bit to the community, and that's what this is all about.
All right, on behalf of Y Media Group, we'd like to thank you and we'll definitely want to support all the great initiatives that you are doing. Thank you so much, Dominic.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Welcome. You have a wonderful day. Take
You
care.
too. Bye-bye.
That's all that we're going to discuss right now, and hopefully we'll have Dominic back again and carrying on doing his great stuff. Stay tuned with Y Media. Thank you.
Hi, this is Priyanka Chopra and you're watching Channel Y.
The biggest South Asian media group, Y Media.
Y Media Group, established in 2001, is a media company with a 360-degree approach in reaching our audience over 5 platforms: television, radio, newspaper, online news portal, and mobile app.
Y Media has newspaper, midweek, radio, South Asian pulse.
Hi, I'm Amitabh Bachchan, and you're listening to South Asian Pulse.
Hi, this is Amir Khan, and you're listening to South Asian Pulse.
अब हर दिन सुने GTA का नंबर 1 रेडियो स्टेशन FM 91.9
All English 24/7 television network and Y Media Plus.
You are watching Channel Y. Channel Y.
Prime Minister, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be back.
Online, SouthAsianDaily.com. The biggest South Asian media group, Y Media.